Well, good afternoon, everyone out there in Facebook and YouTube land, out across the wide universe. Welcome to the Howling Dog Music Group fundraiser live stream telethon thingamajiggy that we're doing here. We got quite a party scheduled for you here, and it's all to spread the news about what we're doing with Howlin Dog Music Group. It's a new nonprofit, and also hopefully to raise some money for it, which we will put toward helping musicians get their music out into the world, because it's harder and harder all the time to make that work. We'll be talking quite a bit along the way. Some other folks will be talking. So I'll get into the music, but I'm going to do a couple just to start it out. Then we're going to start having a whole bunch of other folks up here. So anyway, this is an old song of mine that I don't know. I've always enjoyed it, and feel like it's a good one to start out with. It's just kind of inviting you all into our home, to our space, to our world, and we're sure happy to have you. Little song called Welcome. Oh, welcome, my friends. Won't you come into my home? Oh, welcome, my friends. The tea is whistling on a juniper fire, so won't you come in? And we'll sit and talk about remember when. So welcome, my friends. Well, there's a warm heart waiting for a knock on the door. Well, there's a smile I'm saving for that story we've all heard before. Oh, time's a wasting. You wouldn't want to be late. There's an extra plate, and we always cook enough for one more. So welcome, my friends. Won't you come into my home? Oh, welcome, my friends. There's that homemade wine we didn't finish last time, so won't you come in? And we'll sing old songs if we remember them. So welcome, my friends. Well, there's an extra room in our home and hearts, so don't you go too soon, 'cause we barely had the chance to start. There's a rising moon, and when the dishes are dried, we can go outside just to breathe the air and stare up at the stars. So welcome, my friends. Won't you come into my home? Oh, welcome, my friends. You know you always stay away too long, so won't you come in? Sometime you'll have to go, but until then, you're welcome, my friends. You're always welcome in my home. Oh, welcome, my friends. What's mine is yours, and back again, so won't you come in? And we'll have a time, we'll remember when. So welcome, 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 my friends. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here with us online. hope you'll join us in the comments and let us know what you think and how it's going and all that. I'll do one more here, and then we'll start getting some other folks up to join in the fun. This is a song that the Rifters did that's a kind of a good community-minded thing, I think, about doing what you can to help folks you come across in life and on the path to, help them to have a little better day, maybe. It's called Never Miss a Chance. Some kids are living down the street with their old junk cars, commuting in the morning, but they won't get far. You could have passed it by with your cables in the back, but 5 minutes of your time is gonna get them back on track. We'll never miss a chance to shed a little light, to give a little love, to make a wrong a right. We'll lend a helping hand, well, anytime you can. Ask your love to dance, we'll never miss a chance. The old fellow up the block couldn't be much colder with the weight of the world and the slump of his shoulder. But underneath it all, he's just a lonely old man, till that little girl gave him a glass from a lemonade stand. Yeah, we'll never miss a chance to shed a little light, to give a little love, to make a wrong a right. We'll lend a helping hand, well, anytime you can. Ask the girl to dance, we'll never miss a chance. Well, I told my old friend that I was gonna stop by. He'd been sick, I couldn't help, but I wanted to try. But something came up, and I thought it could wait. When my heart broke late, and I heard I was too late. Yeah, we'll never miss a chance to shed a little light, to give a little love, to make a wrong a right. We'll lend a helping hand, well, anytime you can. Ask the boy to dance, yeah, never miss a chance to shed a little light, and to give a little love, to make a wrong a right. We'll lend a helping hand, well, anytime you can. Ask your love to dance, we'll never miss a chance. Amen, brothers and sisters. Never miss a chance. Well, I'd like to invite a couple of folks out to help do the next song. First one is an old friend of mine that I've known since we were both youngsters, and he's a partner in Howlin Dog Records and Howlin Dog Music Group, and the chairman of the board, basically. But he's also a wonderful singer-songwriter and also a world-famous scientist. I mean, hey, you know, the guy gets around. What can I say? Mr. David Clemmer. I want to get him to come out. And David and I have done a lot of recording together. We've released. Well, Susan's going to come out too, right? Yeah. But David and I have released 3 different recordings, and we've got another one in the can just because David would just come out and we'd just make stuff up and have fun and record stuff, and a bunch of it's really good. So,
about the rest of it?
and we've got another one that we're going to be putting out before too long, I think. And we're going to ask Miss Susan Gibson to come sing harmony on this as well. Right now, darling. Susan will be doing her own little set after a while. This is a kind of a story song that David wrote that is one of the ones that's in the can and hasn't been released, but it's a song that I just love, and I don't know, it kind of, not exactly about the veggie ranch here or Howlin Dog Central, but there's enough there that I relate to it, you know. We can't grow watermelons here very well, but you know, other than that. There's a song called True Love on the Vine.
Lie, la, lie, la, la, lie, lie, lie. La 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 la. Well, she left the city on a whim with a feeling about him, and headed west and knocked on his screen door. And she went on in like a watermelon with a big grin, like she knew what he'd wished for. That night the turquoise in her eyes met the stars in the skies, and they fell down looking up when she spilled her wine. She raised her glass and said goodbye to tall buildings and subway rides with her true love on the vine. She leaned up to him almost shrewdly. She whispered and laughed and spun around. What if I loved you and you loved me truly, while we're both on this side of the ground? Red dirt on her feet in the summer heat, and her true love on the vine. She picked calabacitas and tomatoes and dug up carrots and red potatoes. He traded an amplifier for honeybees and a hive. And sometimes they were tight, sometimes they were alright, selling chili ristras where 160 meets 285. She said, sometimes a cold wind blows right through me. She checked the doors, walked the floors to settle down. But what if I loved you and you loved me truly, while we're both on this side of the ground? With the sand between her toes, she became a desert rose with her true love on the vine. Lie, la, lie, la, la, lie, 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 lie. Well, what if I told you of her to haves and to hold yous, of rocking chairs, of lullabies that she's hummed, of all her starts and her quits, the miscarry, the what ifs, the part she played on strings she tuned and strummed. Oh, young families are unruly. They'll cut in, bow out, and let you down. What if I loved you and you loved me truly? While we're both on this side of the ground. Sunrise in her eyes, leather boots and lullabies, with her true love on the vine. She said, I was thinking the other day, when did the girls move away? He said, your silver hair's so pretty with your eyes. When the wind bends the grass, you can feel the time pass. I've got a pocket full of heirlooms we should try. She says, I'm glad it was you who really knew me. She stands up, pirouettes, and then bows down. What if I loved you and you loved me truly? While we're both on this side of the ground. And as her long shadow fell, she said fairly well, with her true love on the line. Lie, la, lie, la, la, lie, 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 and now he sits out in the yard with the birds and his guitar, and it's standing room only for the sunflowers beating time. He sings the one she'd ask him for. She hears the slamming screen door, the watermelon in the grass, still on the vine. He thinks, one of these days, maybe I'll write a song about tall buildings and subways left behind. Yeah, one of these days, maybe I'll write a song about my true love on the vine. Lie, la, lie, la, la, lie, 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 lie.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah, that
thank
was
you.
sweet as could be,
Beautiful,
David.
David.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
Well, David and I actually did a Christmas album of mostly original stuff. A lot of it's tunes that David wrote about, and a lot of it that relates strongly to our little part of the world here in the San Luis Valley of southern Colorado or northern New Mexico.
I think you wrote a few of those too, Don. And if my memory is correct, I think we still have about 499 for sale someplace, if anybody would like a copy. I think actually with any donation, anyone who would like a copy can have a copy.
Sounds good to me.
But the
Yeah.
problem with this song is that Don had taught me a diminished chord, and I really didn't know how to use it yet. And so there are too many chords in this song.
No, it's kind of like pinning nuts roasting on an open fire, you know. I mean, that song has a lot of chords too, you know. And, I think it's beautiful. I think it was just right, man. But it's it's a little song called Sangre de Cristo Christmas, and it's the title cut off of our Christmas album.
We have a YouTube video with this on it too, don't we?
Yeah, there's a video of this out on YouTube.
Jenna made for us.
Yep.
Thank you,
And
Jenna.
starts out with me playing trumpet, but I'm not brave enough to play trumpet on the live stream, so you'll just have to imagine that. But, anyway, here it goes. Well, it's snowing on La Vida, even chains won't get us through, and Wolf Creek is closed for the night. Well, it's a long way around San Antone, we'd be better off staying home, sitting close by the fire burning bright.
Well, it's Christmas in the Sangre de Cristo, from Crestone Peak to the great sand dunes. We'll listen to Coyote sing his Christmas tune.
Merry Christmas from the Sangre de Cristo, from the Rio Grande to Zapata Falls. And there's a full moon over the valley, from there we can see it all. The air is crystal, and the stars are diamond bright, and the world is frozen in some make-believe. The snow crunch is the only sound you can hear for miles around, as the silver moon slides down through the trees.
Well, it's Christmas, Sangre de Cristo, from Red River to Abiquiu. We'll listen to Abuela sing her Christmas tune.
Merry Christmas from the Sangre de Cristo, Pasola, bananas, and some mistletoe, and Blanca on the horizon, like a schooner sailing through our silver sea.
From Hooper down to San Capuline, to San Luis, where the roads are clean. Oh, baby, Merry Christmas from the Stations of the Cross. Sorry about that, Doc. Merry Christmas from the Sangre de Cristo, from Kachina Peak to Santa Fe.
Luminarias on the plaza will light our way.
From Guadalupe Parish to Bethlehem,
Farolitos on the Pueblo land.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas to you. you, Don.
Thank you, David. That was lovely.
Thanks, everybody out there.
Merry Christmas, or coming up to it anyway. And next thing up is a video from our dear friend Bill Hearn, who couldn't be here in person, but he recorded a couple songs just for this event. So take it away, Bill.
Years old with a flour sack cape tied all around his neck. He climbed up on the garage and he figured, what the heck? Screwed his courage up so tight, the whole thing come unwound. Got a running start, but bless his heart, he's heading for the ground. He's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath. Always trust your cape. All grown up with a flour sack cape tied all around his dreams. He's full of piss and vinegar, and he's busting at the seams. So he licks his finger and checks the wind. It's gonna be a do or die. Well, he ain't scared of nothing, boy. Pretty sure he could fly. 'Cause he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath. Always trust your cape. Gray with a flour sack cape tied all around his head. He's still jumping off the garage. You know he will be till he's dead. For years the people always said he was acting like a kid. Well, he didn't know that he couldn't fly, and so he did. He's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath. Always trust your cape. He's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath. Always trust your cape. Take it home. Yeah, that's right, folks. Yes, sir. Well, it's an honor to be here this afternoon and to do a little video here for you folks for the Howling Dog Music Group, nonprofit. And we hope you're tuning in and having a good time doing so. And we hope that all of you will, if you feel like it, this time of year, we certainly love a contribution of any sort that you can find your way to do, and I know that you will if you can. I know all you music lovers out there appreciate Society Hall and Howling Dog, so enjoy, and we'll keep on trucking here.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay, yeah, let's do another one here while we're at it, by golly. Let's do that. And it's an old song that came out on an album of mine. It actually came out on the Hearn Family album a long time ago. It seems like that's been about 6 years now, believe it or not. Okay, we're going to do a song about Santa Fe and about a cowboy coming back home and keeping a promise to his sweetheart, Senorita. All right. 1, 2, 3. I rode through the high mountain desert, down where the Rio Grande runs, with sagebrush and dust to the portals of adobe walls warmed by the sun, through the narrow walled streets of the village comes the laughter of children at play. A warm mother's smile says linger a while here in old Santa Fe. I remember the morning we parted by the river that runs through the town, like the last winter snows from the mountains. The tears from her eyes trickled down. I promised I'd be returning, so I turned and rode swiftly away. Her words in my heart are still burning. Come back to old Santa Fe. Come back to old Santa Fe. Come back to old Santa Fe. Now I know my love waits behind old Spanish gates. Come back to old Santa Fe. Oh, I tied my horse at the old cantina as the sun's going down. I takes me a shot of tequila. I takes me a stroll around town and a bridge overlooking the Arroyo. I hear a guitar softly play an old Spanish tune by the light of the moon. Come back to old Santa Fe. Pick it, Don Richmond, folks. The snow falls softly on the plaza in the stillness just before dawn. And all through the night I've been searching. Your memory carries me on. At sunrise down at the cathedral, you know a young girl in tears softly prays. Saints smile from above, I found you, my love, here in old Santa Fe. Come back to old Santa Fe. Come back to old Santa Fe. Now I know my love waits behind old Spanish gates. Come back to old Santa Fe. Oh, I know my love waits behind old Spanish gates. come back to old Santa Fe. Thank you very much.
Bill Hearn, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
This whole thing. While we are getting set up for the next artist, we are going to talk a little bit about Howlin Dog Music and what it's all about. So some of you have heard us talk about it before, but you know that our mission is to help out singer-songwriters in the Southwest. By Southwest, we're talking about Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas to start. That's our target region. And who knows, 10 years from now, it may be worldwide. But for now, we want to start in this geographic area, helping out singer-songwriters, helping build this learning community about how to book gigs, how to make a living being a singer-songwriter, and then archiving all this music that we all love so much. So we're inviting you to join us on this journey and pitch in what you can today. There are lots of ways to do that, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But I wanted to let you know a little bit about how our intentions for helping get this music out. And the first arm of this, I guess, is to break down any barriers that artists have to recording their music. And we're going to do that by offering selected artists some grants. The project committee has been working real hard to come up with all those processes and forms and how we're going to make selections. Once we've made those selections, which we will do in April, then we'll be offering them grants to use that money to help record the music or to help promote the music. So that's one thing that we're hoping to do, is offer grants to at least 6 people this next year. Another thing that we want to do is provide this community of learning and support. We have an incredible board. A lot of the people you see today are on the board, and we're all learning from one another about how to make a living being a singer-songwriter, how to get your music out, how to get your music on Spotify, all those kinds of things. So some of these artists will be offering workshops later in the year on how to do those sorts of things. And we'll be educating ourselves, too, in how to get better at doing all those things. And we are trusted leaders, I think, in this field of the music business, in this area of the music business. Howlin Dog Records was started about 10 years ago with the idea of helping artists. And we learned over the years that the only way really to help get music out into the world, to help the artists that we love, is to go broke as a record label, hence the nonprofit. So here we are. We do not ever want to take advantage of an artist. We want our artists to own their music. It's their music. We want it to sound like them. We're not going to be control freaks about all that kind of stuff. So we're inviting you to join us and help us get that work done. We would love to give as many grants as possible this next year in 2024. So how do you do that? There are several ways. The first is you can just leave us a tip today for enjoying the show, for enjoying the music. just tip whatever you would normally tip for a streaming event. All of the tips today will go to Howling Dog Music Group. And there is that PayPal link on the screen that flashes up every now and then, a QR code. You can choose to make that a monthly donation, which I'll talk more about in a minute, or you can just make it this one-time thing. If you're one of those people who would really like a tax break this year and can donate a bit of money, the best way to do that is the old-fashioned way and actually write a check and mail that to us. Our mailing address is HDMG, Post Office Box 825 in Alamosa, Colorado, 81101. And make that check out to Society Hall. Society Hall has graciously offered to be our fiscal sponsor for this year until our own 501c3 comes through. And the other way that you can help us out is to become a monthly patron. And we love our monthly patrons. It's an amount of money that we know we can spend. So if you're up for doing that, you can also do that through that PayPal link. Our patrons get some special content. They get, if you sign up by December 20th, you can get one of these very cool Howlin Dog Founder hoodies. Our model, Heather. They really are beautiful and warm, and they're only available this first year as a founder. So if you sign up to become a monthly patron before December 20th, you will get one of those hoodies. Again, thank you all so much for being here today and for helping preserve the music, for helping encourage singer-songwriters. And Heather and I will have some more to say later. In the meantime, we've got one of our favorite artists coming up, Jana Pokop. Thank you.
Woo! Thanks, Terry. That's one of our fearless leaders, Terry McCartney. She does all the hard stuff. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, guys. What a day already. There's a lot of great music in this room swirling around. I'm happy to be a part of it. Happy to be a part of Howlin Dog Music Group. I grew up down the road in Albuquerque, and as a New Mexican, I always thought it was really cool and weird, but mostly cool that we often see, we have Virgin Mary sightings in things like tree trunks, tortillas, toast, sometimes Jesus, but often the Virgen. And I thought that deserved a song because once I got to parts further outside of New Mexico, I realized that it's not normal to report that the Virgin has appeared in a tree trunk on the evening news like they do in Albuquerque. So this is a bit about that. It's called Help Is on the Way, though, so thanks, y'all, for sending in your donations. We really, really appreciate it. I get all of my good ideas in the dark. Now I'm scanning for a signal. I could do with a half-lit spark to keep me running to a different angle. My pattern of migration has been messed up for a while. Numbers I've been pushing, missing from the dial. Strung out on supernatural junk. I see the Virgin Mary in a tree trunk. What I wouldn't do to hear her say, help is on the way. I'm always listening for one true thing. What good is music if you don't need it? I got a chest full of What good's a heartbeat if you don't feel it? A matter of vibration, something rattling inside through the tiny little corners of my mind. Strung out on supernatural junk, I see the Virgin Mary in a tree trunk. What I wouldn't do to hear her say, help is on the way. I got a row of saints on the mantle. You call me crazy, I call it practical. What good is luck if you don't see it? Strung out on supernatural junk, I see the Virgin Mary in a tree trunk. What I wouldn't do to hear her say, help is on the way, help is on the way. Gonna lose the supernatural funk and see the Virgin Mary in a tree trunk. What I wouldn't do to hear her say, help is on the way, help is on the way, help is on the way. What's weird that we all learned in the pandemic when we were doing live streams from our houses is there was no one to clap, but we have all our artist friends and folks out there, and you can hear just a little applause, and it helps a lot. Thanks, guys. And our friend Brian's running the video. He's here keeping me company. He's doing a great job. Thanks, Brian. I wrote this song, started it in Washington, D.C. When I was walking around, just thinking how many spies there were. Just full of spies, that town, I'm pretty sure, I'm positive. And I wondered, what would happen if like two spies fell in love? What would happen? So this song's called Down Low. We're made of arteries and veins. What we're drowning in spills back out again. It was inevitable we'd get drunk and make out, put our coats back on, fade into the crowd, swear it on my soul. Keep it on the down low. At some stoplight somewhere on some lonely avenue, your song will play on shuffle, and I'll feel a pull. There's a few things I'll miss from my scratched out notes. The sound of steps on porch boards, scrape of knives on toast. Keep it to the cold, keep it on the down low. Swear it on my soul, keep it on the down low. There's a big wide world that you'll never live in, that your mood can't touch, that won't make me spin. So I go out sometimes, I put on my coat, and I smile like always. Do it for the show. Everyone I've told, will keep it on the down low. Swear it on my soul. I'll keep it on the down low. To work with Don Richmond and Terry McCartney and David Clemmer for a long time. We put in some hours, that's for sure, on Howlin Dog Records, and I'm really excited about this next iteration. And Don's been gracious to let me come hang out and watch him do his thing in the studio, and then let me do some things in his studio, which has been great. And I made a record a few years back called The Astronaut, and our friend Eliza Gilkison sang on this song, and that was a moment for me. So they did it in this room, I'm pretty sure. Eliza was up here recording, and they did this part on this song. So it's Maps. Thank y'all for watching. Click that donate button. I used to intern at KNME PBS in Albuquerque, and I did help at a telethon one time. So this is exactly like that. So. When we land on this earth, we begin by counting upward till we're grown and learn the curse that the clock is counting backwards, and the fear spins wheels around. We measure miles and stops between, measure 6 feet in the ground. For our last ride in a black machine, and time spent in cars, the middle lights are just stitches that we sew through the dark, tiny marks, asphalt and Morse code, maps to get us home. And we're born in a chase, takes us time to turn the key and start. When we get brave, when we recognize our hearts, how it beats, how it hums, how sometimes it gets violent, hell on wheels, it just runs on sorcery and science, and on time spent in hearts. The jagged lines are just stitches that we sew through the dark, tiny marks, arteries and bone, maps to get us home. For meaning in celestial friction, the heavens speaking or our intuition. Is it God in our head? Is it dust from our time spent in stars, a grand design? From the stitches that we sew through the dark, tiny marks, moonlight and black holes,
Well, I want to talk a little bit about my personal relationship with Howlin Dog Records, which is now the Howling Dog Music Group. And, you know, I didn't have money to record. I wanted to get my music out there somehow. And my friend Don Richmond had a studio up in Alamos, Colorado. Before he moved to his new place, he was right in town, and he had it all set up. And man, the sounds were great coming out of there. He was so great to work with because he played like 200 different instruments. You want fiddle on a song, you want mandolin on a song, dobro, you want harmonica, you want steel guitar on a song. Donnie could do it all and engineer and play at the same time. And he's been doing that for a lot of people for a long time, and helping them get their music out. And that's why you should donate. But my personal relationship with Donnie is my first solo album, Me and My Guitar. Don came over to the Sagebrush Inn one night. There were about 10 people in the audience. He set up his, can you see it? Me and my guitar, me and my guitar, me on the back as a kid, me on the front as a kid. Huh. But he came over to the Sagebrush and set up his remote recording stuff and did a recording, Me and My Guitar. It's one of the best things I've ever done, you know. Even though there were about 10 people in the audience, but Donnie's just a masterful engineer and musician. And then my second solo album was The High Road to Taos. Can everybody see The High Road to Taos? That's me there on the front with the cowboy hat. And we recorded that at Donnie's studio, and we finished that right as Donnie was going through a lot of cancer treatment and all that stuff, and then we somehow managed to finish the album, and praise God, Donnie's better. And then we recorded Taos Christmas Eve. We recorded that. Donnie brought his stuff over to the old blinking light, set it up. We recorded that Christmas record in 2 days. It's a classic. And then we did Better Days. This is my latest CD that we recorded at Howlin Dog Records and put out on Howlin Dog Records. And then also Red River Dreams on Howlin Dog Records. Thank you, Howlin Dog Records. Donnie played and sang on, or excuse me, he sang on this record on Life in America. And then he played and sang on this one, Sight and Sound. And that was recorded in Taos at another studio. But anyway, I can't say enough about that man and what he's done for all of us. And so happy to be here tonight. I'll do you a new song that I wrote about an old boy from Fort Worth that wanted to jump a train and head out west during the Great Depression when he pretty much didn't have any other choice. And I wrote this with Jed Zimmerman. It goes just like this. Jump that train like a hobo would. Gonna jump that train, I'll be gone for good. When I see that sidecar door, you know I want so much more. Gonna jump that train, gonna jump that train. I got my old suitcase and a deck of cards, secondhand clothes, and my old guitar. Yeah, the rails are headed west, California bound. I'm gonna be ready when the train whistle sounds. Maybe find a little band. They like what I do. Play a little Jimmy Rogers, Woody Guthrie too. Sing along with the rhythm of the rails and thank the good Lord too. Got everything to gain, nothing left to lose. Gonna leave this town. I got the Fort Worth blues. Say all my prayers, send them all to you. I left a note on my pillow saying I'll write soon. Run as fast as I can through the light of the moon. Well, it's gonna be dark and it's gonna be cold. That old boxcar can make a young man old. This Great Depression, it won't get me down. I'm gonna hop on board and I'll be glory bound. I'm gonna jump that train like a hobo would. Gonna jump that train, I'll be gone for good. When I see that sidecar door, you know I want so much more. I'm gonna jump that train, gonna jump that train. So when I think I'm gone, something brings me back. As my train of thought slips off the track, feeling my way through crossways and blind. It's what you seek, it's not what you find. I don't mind things that don't matter these days. Time I spend on worry, it never pays. The leaves are changing, the greens are gold. So I'll change with them, I'll be so bold. In vivid colored dreams, nothing's what it seems. I've turned inside out and back again. Stuck out on this limb, dancing with the wind. How I long to be evergreen. Been 10 years lost, strange scenery, like an old dust devil chasing a tumbleweed. Try to lay down roots so I could just stay there. I blew out my candle and I prayed a little prayer. I don't mind things that don't matter these days. Time I spend on worry, it never pays. And the leaves are changing from green to gold. I'll change with them, I'll be so bold. In vivid colored dreams, nothing's what it seems. I've turned inside out and back, stuck out on this, dancing with the evergreen. Really can't complain, I've enjoyed the ride. Just because I'm running doesn't mean I'm hiding. This wanderlust, it put me off the map. I followed my heart till it brought me back. I don't mind things that don't matter these days. Time I spend on worry, it never pays. That leaves are changing from green to gold. So I'll change with them. I'll be so low. In vivid colored dreams, nothing's what it seems. I've turned inside out, then back again. Stuck out on this limb, dancing with the wind. How I long to be evergreen. Stuck out on this limb, dancing with the wind. How I long to be evergreen. 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 All right, well, let's keep it rolling. I'm going to do a little song for the holidays. And wishing everyone love, peace, and happiness, prosperity. I wrote this song with my son Travis and John Gold, and recorded it on, Donnie recorded this on the Christmas CD, live at the old Blinking Light, or Christmas Eve at the old Blinking Light. I think that's the name of it. Let's see. Oh. Child's Christmas Eve. That's this song, live at the old Blinking Light. I love to spend Christmas in Taos. Especially Christmas Eve, go out to the old Pueblo, listen to K-Taos radio on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. And here it is, Taos Christmas Eve. Thanks again for having me. I'm Michael Hearn. This Christmas Eve in Taos, kids upstairs, quiet as a mouse, safe and warm in this adobe house. It's a Taos Christmas Eve. Listening to K-Taos radio, playing Bing's White Christmas and Nat King Cole. Put a star on the tree while the fire glows. It's a Taos Christmas Eve. So let it snow, let it snow. With you and me sitting here all alone, I kiss you under the mistletoe. The night drive out to the old Pueblo, it's Taos Christmas Eve. Taos Christmas Eve. Yes, Santa's gonna bring a lot of real nice things, toys and trains and diamond rings, boots and poles and brand new skis. It's Taos Christmas Eve. So let it snow, let it snow. Well, you and me sitting here all alone, I kiss you under the mistletoe. We might drive out to the old Pueblo, it's Taos Christmas Eve. Taos Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve in Taos. Kids are asleep, quiet as a mouse, safe and warm in this adobe house. It's a Taos Christmas Eve, so let it snow, let it snow. With you and me sitting here all alone, kiss you under the mistletoe. Might drive out to the old Pueblo, it's Taos Christmas Eve. Yeah, you and me sitting here all alone, kissing you under the mistletoe. We might drive out to the old Pueblo, it's Taos Christmas Eve. A Taos Christmas Eve. Thank you very much.
Button to be pushed. Did we get it now? All right. Oh, Michael Hearn. Hi, friends. Heather Richmond Kilgore here. It's my great pleasure to be able to work with our Howlin Dog Music Group family to get us started here in a whole new venture. And Terry was on a little bit earlier telling you about all the stuff that we're doing. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the recording projects and about our plan to give those grants to support artists directly to record their music. You know, there's, as Terry said, really no way to be a record company without exploiting artists. And we don't want to be like that. We weren't like that as Howlin Dog Records, and we're not going to be like that as Howlin Dog Music Group. We think it's important that artists own their music, and also that artists get to live out the vision that they have for their project. So if that's that they want to have digital only and focus on streaming, great. If that's that they want to put out a full CD, great. We're in. We want to support it. But we don't want people to have to be on a never-ending treadmill of saving money so that they can record a project so that they can go back out on the road. We want to be able to help. So that's where you come in. Your contributions help us to be able to provide direct support to artists so that they can produce high-quality recordings, both here at Howlin Dog and really wherever else they want to record. So we're excited to be able to do that. We're excited to be able to support new artists, folks that maybe you haven't heard yet, but that are brilliant and just getting started. We want to support folks like Jana, who you just heard, in their projects, established artists who are doing great things and telling our stories in the world. And then we want to continue to support legacy artists like Uncle Bill, like Michael Hearn, the folks that you keep hearing from. So the way that you do that, friends, we got 3 things today. Number 1, leave us a tip. That's that Howlin Dog PayPal account. Leave us a one-time tip. If you want to make a big donation, and you all, I have something to tell you in just a minute. If you want to make a big donation, send us a check that's made out to Society Hall, our fiscal sponsor. Put it in the mail to P.O. Box 825 here in Alamosa, Colorado 81101. And we'll take it from there. But you all, we just got a $10,000 donation. And that, I mean, that's what I wanted to hear. Okay, so we just got a $10,000 donation. And the stipulation was they want to match. All of the gifts that we get today will be matched 1-for-1 up to that $10,000 donation. So if you've donated already, you've donated twice as much as you thought you did. And if you're going to give through the rest of this stream, it's going to be matched up to $10,000 total. And we are so grateful. Y'all, I'm shaking. We are so grateful. But if you want to be a patron, we're going to match that too, and we'll send you the Founders hoodie and some other stuff. So again, 3 ways to give today. Give us a tip, that'll get matched too. Send us a donation, one-time gift, or a monthly recurring donation. We are so grateful for your support, but let's get back to the music. So, our friends, the Ariano brothers, are here. We've got Chris and Rodney, and I think there's some old guy accompanying them, right? I'm not sure. So take it away, guys. Thanks so much, everybody.
Are we on? We are. Don's hacking up a lung here, so we'll give him just a second.
Well, we had some nuts in the snack room, and I had some nice, most good nuts, and then, they have the little skin things on them, and then I breathed in one of those. And anyway, yeah, sorry. Trying to add, not detract. Say, could somebody in there bring that water bottle in that's right to the right of Janet?
Speaking of choking, this next song is not about choking. This is a song I wrote about an experience I had in up in Southern California, where my wife and I own a place out there in the Imperial Valley Desert. And the first time I went out there, it was just such a crazy, weird, artsy place. There's an artist commune there called East Jesus, and Salvation Mountain is right next door. It's kind of a legendary thing there. And anyway, it's just kind of a song about that and what I've discovered out there. Rattlesnake sun, Death Valley air, morning through night I've been driving. Coyote bones on the side of the road, buzzards, they were circling. She caught my eye just a mile down the line, and I was thinking to myself, this woman's crazy. 100+ degrees, the dying salton sea. East Jesus, she said, it's where I'm heading. She said, some come here for redemption, but temptations for others it might win. Forbidden fruit, you can find your own truth in East Jesus, West Satan, Salvation Mountain. A growing sheep society, so we look to find our own. Renegades, freak parades, no laws cast in stone. Sinners prey on that painted hill, just looking for new light. God is good, and kill goodwill to those demons that we fight. And she said, some come here for redemption, but temptations for others it might win. Forbidden fruit, you can find your own truth in East Jesus, West Satan, Salvation Mountain. She said, some come here for redemption, but temptations for others it might win. Forbidden fruit, you can find your own truth in East Jesus, West Satan, Salvation Mountain. Mr. Don Richmond over here playing some pretty nylon string guitar.
That was
There's just nothing Don can't do. He says he didn't. He says he doesn't play trumpet, but
Oh, he does.
but he laid down some tracks for the Audiano brothers once upon a time. Even Laird did some harmony parts. There's nothing like having Don to work with. He's just a great engineer, fantastic musician, super mellow guy. It's just all the great things. This whole Howlin Dog thing is just fantastic, and we're so happy to be proud of it or be part of it. And,
Well, thank you. We are honored to have you have you guys be part of it.
Awesome.
Just need to do another record. You know?
Yeah. We just need some songs. My daughter's watching out in Oregon, so Jaden, my granddaughter as well, she's watching. So hi, Malia. I'm going to sing this song for my daughter, Jaden. It's a song I wrote for her when she graduated high school. He said, Daddy, Daddy, marry me in that old tree house and that old oak tree, with your Cinderella dress and plastic shoes. I let you brush my hair, then we tea for two. I bet I bought 1,000 lemonades, painted my nails every shade but gray, and I held your little hands in mine. But when you try to swing for your first time, round, round, and round the carousel, painted wooden ponies, and your hair was blowing. Round, round, and round the carousel. May you always keep that wonder in your heart, just like a child. Well, I know it's hard to be 17, not knowing where you wanna be. You hope to find yourself in Tennessee. I hope you always dare to chase your dreams. Round, round, and round the carousel, and your hair is blowing wild. Round and round and round the carousel. May you always keep that wonder in your heart, just like each child. round and round and round the carousel. May you always keep that wonder in your heart, just like a child. Just like the record. Awesome. Yay. Well, I hope you guys are donating. It's such a great cause. There's so many artists and out in this part of the world and everywhere else. And Howlin Dog has been so supportive of all of that. And we're just so grateful to have them, to have somebody there for artists who are trying to put their music out there. You know, it's changed so much, and in a short amount of time, it's changed quite a bit. But and everybody's always trying to figure out the best way to get their songs out there. And so we're just so thankful to you guys and for all your donations. And we'd love to have you become part of the Howlin Dog Group, music group.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Terry and Don.
Hey, thank you guys, man. Thank you for coming up to play. I mean, the main problem with this whole thing in my mind is that I want to hear everybody play for at least an hour. You know, I want to hear a whole set. You know, I want to hear a whole set of Jana. You know, and Eliza and Susan and everybody. But thank you guys for coming up to jump in with us here.
Thanks for having us. Absolutely. We're going to close with a song that I wrote with some friends from Oregon, Jeff and Twyla. We wrote a song about their daughter Amy, who suffers from hydrocephalus, and they came to visit one time, and we just were talking about things, and this song was born, just kind of out of conversation. There's times when life seems bigger than you, and your world comes crumbling down. The strength in your heart will get you through and become that jewel in your crown. But don't chase the past, 'cause you can't change a thing. It's gone, there's nothing to do. Count on the future, 'cause it's only a dream. Today's when life starts new. So keep on walking when life throws you down. Keep on walking, let your feet touch the ground. Keep on walking when life throws you down. Keep on walking and don't let it keep you down. The heart is a strong thing, it can change your mind. Stubborn, unwilling to bend. But if you were open and given the time, this broken heart can mend. So keep on walking when life throws you down. Keep on walking, let your feet touch the ground. Keep on walking when life throws you down. Keep on walking, don't let it keep you down. So keep on walking when life throws you down. Just keep on walking, let your feet touch the ground. Keep on walking when life throws you down. And keep on walking, don't let it keep you down.
All right. Chris and Rodney Ariano.
Thank you.
Dear friends.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming up to bless us with all of that beautiful,
Absolutely.
all that beauty, man. Thank you.
We got some more great music coming up, you guys, and thank you, Don, for playing with us. And who's up next?
Well, let's see. We have a video from some dudes called the Rifters, I believe.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, those guys. Anyway, yeah, we got a Rifters video coming up, so hopefully they don't screw anything up too bad, and then we'll do a little more talking, and then we got some more very special guests coming up. So stick around. Thank you for your contributions. Hey everybody, we're the Rifters, and we're in Tim's music room here. A little bit. We thought we'd add a couple of songs to the pile here for the Howlin Dog Music Group. Live stream, telethon, whatever you want to call it. And Rod thought we should do something that we absolutely don't know and never played, so because that, keeps it from being the same old. So we're going to do a couple of songs, and we'll do this one, and I'll talk a little bit about what we're trying to do with Howlin Dog. But anyway, it's an old Tom T. Hall song that we just dragged out of the cupboard and dusted off, and we'll see what happens. It's about an old guitar player.
Suffered and cried. Made a big impression on me. Those barefoot kid. Said God religion in him. That he did. Nate was the best guitar in our town. I thought he was a hero when he used to follow Clayton around. All the booger and white Clayton seemed so good to me. I never took
Write a song like that about one of us. Well, anyway, as you've probably heard by now, this is part of the Howlin Dog Music Group fundraising live stream / telethon, you know, sort of like Jerry Lewis, except nobody remembers who Jerry Lewis was, so I talk about him, you know. But anyway, we want to thank you for tuning in and hope you'll throw a little money in the tip jar if you can. We'll put it to good use, I promise, helping folks get their music out in one way or another. So we'll do one more. This is the kind of a Rifters classic that Jim was pointing out, that when we recorded this, we used a string bass, and we've never really played it that way since. And it has he plays it a little differently, and it's just such a beautiful, I don't know, it's a beautiful ensemble with these three things. So we thought we'd do this. It's our little love song to the Rio Grande called "Before the Great River Was Tamed." 1, 2, 3.
I would like to walk down to the river, sit and watch it flow. This thread of light from the mountains to the desert down below. Its waters feed the farms and the people in the towns. It's divided and conquered, low and deep. I sure wish I could have seen it spread for miles wide. Flocks of birds flying, birds again on either side. I sure wish I could have seen it before the white man came, before the reservoirs and ditches, before the great river was tamed. I see the pastures and the fields as I head back into town. This quilt of many colors, emerald, gold, and brown, and I know there's no return to the way it used to be. Time marches ever onward like a river to the sea. But I sure wish I could have seen it in a spring rage, bursting from the canyons like a lion from a cage. I sure wish I could have seen it before the civilized men came, before the dance and the diversions, before the great river was tamed.
pretty, boys. Thank you.
It has a whole nother feel when it's all wood.
Yeah, it does. Thank you all. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey everybody, this is Susan Gibson here at the Howlin Dog Music Group, imploring to get you guys to help us do some really incredible things. I just was wanting to talk a little bit about some of the folks that are working in this group. You know, Don Richmond has always been this kind of stalwart steward of songs, and so when I think of kind of the hey, the volume buttons are on the top. I can hear myself because I was watching myself on the live feed. Yes, I was. It's okay. But you know, the integrity and the intention behind this project, and you've heard a lot about it, but it reminds me of two things. One is, you know, you have a thread, and a thread can be so fragile, but you put another thread with it, and you put another thread with it, and you put another thread with it, and then you've got this thing that can sustain. And that makes me think of this. Sorry, this wasn't probably at all what you wanted me to talk about, but this, I think it was a Sesame Street skit when I was a kid. And it was the Muppets, right? And they're all sitting around this big table. And there's this feast on this big table. And these Muppets, the only problem is their elbows don't bend. So nobody can feed themselves. But if I pick it up, I can hand it to Jana. And Jana can pick up something, and she can hand it to Libby. And Libby can pick up something and hand it to Chris. And I think that is kind of a path forward in this kind of group effort. We can do so much more together than we can do out there on our own. I spent a lot of time in my own career, you know, buying into this idea of a solo independent artist. And it's just, I don't like that anymore. I want to be part of a group. And I think there's some real energy that comes out of a couple of people putting their heads together and trying to think up some creative solutions for some of the problems that we face. And just thinking about the folks that we have on our board and the integrity that they have, and the intention behind trying to, I've heard the phrase a couple times today, but remove the barriers, because there's a lot of them, and they're not always real visible barriers. And just, you know, even the act of the support of telling an artist, hey man, I like what you're doing, and putting some money in the tip jar, wink wink, nudge nudge, you know, that goes a long way, not just in a financial sense, but in a being seen and heard and rooted for. And so an easy way to do that is with dollars. So hit the tip jar button if you would. The monthly patron thing is kind of a cool thing. You get extra stuff, and you get this. You don't have to think about it. You just donate without even thinking about it. It's pretty fantastic. And then coming up at the end of the year, if you're looking for a tax write-off, this is a very worthy endeavor. And I'm excited for all the music that you're going to get to hear in the next years that maybe you wouldn't have had they not had a little bit of a push and a little bit of a nudge with the folks at Howlin Dog Music Group. So thanks for watching this today. Thanks for years of coming out to live shows for artists, and the applause when Jana was talking about, you know, finishing a song and you don't hear anything and you think, well, am I done actually? Did I finish it? So thanks for your monetary applause and your support for Howlin Dog Music Group. Bye. Oh, wait, no, hold on, stay with me for a second. So next up, we have a wonderful, wonderful woman. I was a fan of hers for many years before I ever got to meet her, and now I get to introduce her, Miss Eliza Gilkison.
Vice versa, Susan.
Ah, thanks.
we're going to start with a song that I wrote about the mountain that we live up next to, and I think that's one of the little themes that runs through the Howlin Dog Music Group is a real group affection and a relationship with this part of the world, and we're all very hooked on it, and I think that comes through in the music and the folks who are teamed up here in this group. And so I'm going to do a song about our mountain. 1, 2, 3. At the foot of the mountain, the waters run down in the streams and the ditches that flow through the town. For the people who've lived there since time was unknown, the mountain is their home. At the foot of the mountain, they still work the land, and they live in the houses of mud and sand, and give thanks to the spirit of water and stone, where the mountain is their home. At the foot of the mountain, they rise in the morn, and they gather the apples and harvest the corn, and the circle's unbroken when the children are born, where the mountain is their home. Thank you, small but appreciative fan.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to do a song off my latest record, and I wrote this in the pandemic, right when, that's okay, it's been banged many times, very old. And remember in the early part of the pandemic, there was so much goodwill. People were really looking out for each other. And you remember at night, the people in New York would open their windows and sing to each other. And there was just this sense of real camaraderie and people working together and caring about each other. It was quite lovely. And of course, then it got all political, unfortunately. But that's where the song came from, because I was so impressed and so touched by the frontline workers, those people who every day faced things that so many of us were able to just kind of hide in our homes, but these people were out there on the streets and in the hospitals and in the grocery stores, you know, just working. So this song ended up being for them. It's called World Keeps on Singing. Let's see, I'll do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the losses. I know you can't take the pain. I know you can't take the cost of every little dream that disappears down the drain. You know there's no place to run to. You know there's no place to hide. Get in your car and you roll down the window and set your sights on the other side. Drive on till tomorrow. Drive to the morning light. Drive on through your sorrow. Everything's gonna be alright if the world keeps on singing. Though we're hurting tonight, stars fall like the tears on your pillow, but the world keeps on singing. World keeps on. There will be no adulation, no monetary reward, just your hands and the hearts of your loved ones, trying hard to make a better world. So keep your foot on the pedal, keep your eye on the prize. When you get to the end, you can bet that it'll feel so good just to be alive. Drive on till tomorrow. Drive to the morning light. Drive on through your sorrow. Everything's gonna be alright if the world keeps on singing. Though we're hurting tonight, stars fall like the tears on your pillow, but the world keeps on singing. World keeps on singing. World keeps on. Drive on till tomorrow. Drive to the morning light. Drive on through your sorrow. Everything's gonna be alright if the world keeps on singing. Though we're hurting tonight, stars fall like the tears on your pillow, but the world keeps on singing. World keeps on singing. World keeps on. World keeps on singing. World keeps Thank you, my friends.
Yes, it does.
All right, here. Here's a song off the new record as well, and this was a duet that we very luckily and fortuitously got Robert Earl Keen to sing the guy part on it, and it's an older song of mine, and I tell people, don't be afraid to go back into your old songs, because sometimes there's some good stuff back there. They just need to be redone. This one really wasn't very good, but the idea was good. So I grabbed an old idea and turned it into a new thing, and it became a duet, and we were so fortunate to have Robert sing with us. But Don is going to sing instead, because I'm not going to do Robert's part. Don is going to do it. This is called...
We invited him, but, he was...
yeah, he couldn't make it over, but he's very supportive of Howlin Dog Group. He's probably making a donation, like, right now.
He's a great guy.
Did I dance? Did I sing? Did I do everything I promised myself I'd try to do? Did I follow my heart? Finish what I started? Pay attention to the music coming through? Did I listen to the sound of the rain coming down? And most of all, how deep did I love?
Did I notice the flowers, the passing of the hours, as the moon and the sun went up and down? Did I look into her eyes, let her see through my disguises? Did I tell her how she made my world go round? Did I thank her for her time, the way she showed me she was mine? And most of all, how deep did I to be forgiven, give thanks for the roof over my head? Did I let fly my laughter, find my way back after I wandered down the crooked path instead? Did I make my amends with my family and my friends? Most of all, how deep did I love? Did I let my tears fall at the wonder of it all? And most of all, how deep did I
Way to sing it, Donnie.
Thank you. I love that song. It makes it real easy to sing. We're going to get Eliza to do one more here. Home, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Is Susan around? Because maybe she could come do a part on it. Susan there?
Susan, you want to come sing a part on this?
Play something you don't know. Is this capoed?
Yeah, I think so. It's I don't know, it's in D, whatever.
Okay, so.
Did somebody need a banjo player?
Always.
We need you to sing a
Always
harmony.
need a banjo player.
And you know,
have to raise that.
you probably know.
You have to raise this mic up a little bit. Okay.
I just want to say something about what it means to be a patron of something like this, this organization. It's really a chance to participate in bringing new music out, giving new artists a shot at getting on the map. And to become a patron means that you're involved with that foundational support for new artists. It's so hard right now. It's such a crazy competitive and really discouraging world to be in music right now. I think, gosh, and when we were starting out, of course, I'm older than you, but when we were starting out, there was a lot of space for us. There really was. We opened for people. There was room, you know. And right now, it's just so hard. There's so much competition, and the industry doesn't foster that nurturing the way that I think some of us would prefer. So to become a patron is really to be involved in a special way, and love the tips, but to stay on board and find out where this is going is a really special opportunity. So I hope people think about that and consider becoming a patron for Howlin Dog Music Group. Yeah. Said my thing.
Yeah, it's just impossible to put out, to do a recording and with any hope of making your investment back, basically, since there is no physical media anymore, you know.
Actually, yeah. I'm going to be applying for a grant myself.
Yeah, everybody's in the same boat.
Yeah, we're on the same boat, but some people their boat is it's hard to start out. Just to get a foothold, you know, that's a big thing. All right. Well, here's a song that you can sing along with us. Susan, you don't...
I sure hope so.
I just know so. All right.
Traveling at night, the headlights were bright, and we'd been up many an hour, and all through my brain came the refrain of home and its warming fire, and home sings me of sweet things. My life there has its own wings to fly over the mountains, though I'm standing still. The people I've seen, they come in between the cities of tiring light. The trains come and go, but inside, you know, the struggle will soon be a fight. And home sings me of sweet things. My life there has its own wings to fly over the mountain, though I'm standing still. Traveling at night, the headlights were bright, and soon the sun came through the trees.
next bed. Flowers will send the sweet scent of home in the breeze, and home sings me of sweet things. My life there has its own wings to fly over the mountain, though I'm standing still.
Miss Eliza Gilkison and Susan Gibson sitting in.
Yay, and Susan is going to be coming up real soon.
Yeah,
here. All right.
Susan will be our next act. Well, you know, she's not an act. I mean, she's really sincere, you know. I mean, she doesn't act, you know. It's all... Yeah, once again, I just wish I could hear another hour worth of Eliza, just like
getting
everyone
warmed
else,
up.
Yeah, but thank you for tuning in out there, and thanks to Eliza for making the trip up from Arroyo Seco and for helping us out. But both Eliza's a board member and you know, contributing her energy here, and we so appreciate that. So I believe. Next up, we have a video from Libby Koch. Is that correct? Libby is also on the board. She is a singer-songwriter from the Austin area, and we sure appreciate Libby sending in a little video. Wish she could be here in person, but next best thing. Be right back.
Hi, Howlin Dog friends. My name is Libby Koch. It's great to be part of this today. Hi to everybody watching online. I wish I could be in Alamosa today with the crew, but I'm coming to you from my house in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, and I'm going to play a couple of songs for y'all and talk about some of the cool things that we're going to be doing with Howlin Dog Music Group. I'm really honored to be a part of this initial board of directors as we're trying something different to help out developing, working, and legacy artists make good music and preserve the sound of the Southwest that's been happening for years with Howlin Dog Records. This first song I'm going to play is one of mine. It's called Burden. Why does sorrow choke me like a weed? Everything I need, all I need, all I need, all I need. master plan. Won't you show me everything I am, all I am, all I am, all I am, all I am, as I lay my burden down, lay my burden down, lay my burden down, lay my burden down. All right. I'm gonna play one more song for y'all, but before I do, I want to just encourage everybody, if you're interested in what we're doing today, if you want to learn more, I hope you'll go to our website, howlindogmusicgroup.org. I think if I mess that up, I'm sure we can flash something on the screen to remedy that, or you can figure it out, I hope. We're asking folks to jump on board and get on the ground level with us on this project. We'd love for y'all to consider being patrons at $25 a month, which will enable us to make some great music with brand new artists who are working hard to make the dream work, and legacy artists who are legends in their own right, who deserve to have their music amplified even more. So we're really excited about what we're doing. We're gonna start kind of small, but the sky's the limit. And I really think that this is a cool way that potentially lots of artists can make lots of great music, and we can all get behind that, I hope. I'm gonna play one more song for y'all. This is a song that I wrote with fellow Howlin Dog board member Susan Gibson. It's called The Fire in My Heart. Sit on down. What happened to the fire in my heart? Lost in the crowd. What happened to the fire in my heart? Used to be nothing that could get in my way. Now I ain't sure I got a damn thing left to say. What happened to the fire? Fire in my heart. Stalk my prey, I would chase it down and make the kill to pad my resume. Now I can't say what's changing. Perhaps I've lost my pride. I can't say that I'm unhappy. Can't say I'm satisfied. I'm settling down. What happened to the fire in my heart? Lost in the crowd. What happened to the fire in my heart? From the sky, now I find myself content to watch the storm just pass me by. Worn out with watching weather, worn out with watching war. I see everybody fighting. Tell me what's the fighting for? I'm settling down. What happened to the fire in my heart? Lost in the crowd. What happened to the fire in my heart? this ain't the end. This ain't the end. 'Cause I ain't giving up, I ain't giving up. Can I get enough? If I give enough, will it be enough? Y'all, I ain't giving up. What happened to the fire in my heart? Yes, I'm settling down. What happened to the fire in my heart? Lost in the crowd. What happened to the fire in my heart? There used to be nothing that could get in my way. Y'all, and now I ain't sure I got a damn thing left to say. What happened to the fire? Fire in my heart. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Thank y'all so much. Once again, my name is Libby Koch. Hope you'll join us as a patron. Any amount helps. Thank you for being interested in what we're doing. If you have any questions about what we're doing, feel free to reach out to any of us board members. We'd love to talk more about it. We're really excited for the potential of this organization, and we're really excited to have each and every one of y'all on board. Thanks a bunch. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm going to do it the fast way.
You came along, a traveling salesman, knocked on my door until I let you in. There was no telling, I don't want what you're selling, but you insisted I'm happy again. I said I'm too busy, I'm too important, I don't have time to be playing these games. You said you don't look that busy, you said daylight is burning, wasting it is such a shame. You came along and you had the remedy, something to help me get over my blues. In sunshine and snake oil, blue fades to yellow. I'm lucky that you came along. You spread out your trinkets, bottles and toys, shiny and sparkling, the pockets of little boys, and I never knew these were things that I needed up until you came along. Richmond came along in all of my planning. It flew out the window and migrated south. And just like the wind, you know, when I can't see you, I still feel you hanging around. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, Red Rover, come over, we'll play hide and seek. Promises that I've got to keep ever since you came along. Just because you came along, only 'cause you care.
beat you to the end of that one. All right. Okay. Thanks again for hanging. You want to do one more? Should we do one more?
Absolutely want to do one more.
Okay. Did I just encore us, Don? It's not the first time I've encored myself.
Absolutely. I'm going to encore you.
Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? Who's never left home? Who's never struck out to find a dream and a life of their own? A place in the clouds, a foundation of stone. Many precede and many will follow. A young girl's dreams no longer hollow. It takes the shape of a place out west. What it holds for her, she hasn't yet guessed. She needs wide open spaces, room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. She traveled this road as a child, wide-eyed and grinning, she never tired. But now she won't be coming back with the rest. If these are life's lessons, she'll take this test. She needs wide open spaces, room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. She knows the high stakes. As she packs her things, she feels she left something out. Her friends, her family, her dog, and this house. She turns around to find her old room bare. Looks at the U-Haul, it has to fit in there. As her folks drive away, her dad yells, "Check the oil." That's how they say they love you. Mom stares out the window. She says, "I'm leaving my girl." She said it did not seem like that long ago when she stood there and watched her home go. She needed wide open spaces, room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. She knows the high stakes. She knows the high, wide open spaces, room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. She knows the high stakes. That's the sound of Don Richmond riding off into the sunset.
How sweet. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Don. Thanks, Brian, Terry.
Thanks to everybody that tuned in today, and everybody that might see this when it goes out, and thanks to everybody that contributed to the day, and thanks to Brian for running the gear, and God bless you one and all. We'll see you next time.